Hello everyone. I am Dr. Manish Madhav Tripathi. I am Associate Professor at Integral University Lucknow in the Department of Computer Science Engineering. Today I am going to discuss about topic the Python basic and data structure in first part, and in second part I will be discussing the regression method and decision tree method. My content of presentation will be the installation of Python, basic operations and commands of Python, and different kind of data structures with in Python language. So there are 5 data structure in this language which are very important: list, tuple, string, dictionary and set. So let us start by demonstration. So first of all we have to learn how to install the IDE of the Python. IDE means integrated development environment, on which we can write the program of Python. So the important IDEs which are very famous these days are the Anaconda, the PyCharm and IPython IDE. So these are the important things, and beside these IDEs, one IDE is Google Collaborator also, which is inbuilt with the Google. So let us start with IPython IDE. So to install IPython IDE, first of all we have to install the Python core first. So for this we have to go to the site of Python. So Google it, right here Python, and here we are looking at the site welcome to python.org. So on this site we have to click. Here the website of Python is there. On this website we have to go on downloads. So in download we can see that latest version of Python is there, and this time the latest version is Python 3.8.5, and we will go directly on this and we will install this. On my computer it is already installed. So after installation so we go there, and here we will install. Because at my computer it is already installed, so I am not going to install it again. After installation we will go to CMD and open it as administrator. It will be asking for administrator permission, and now we will be on the CMD of window. On this site we will be there. Now we have to check whether your Python is installed or not. So for this there is command python ... version. So here you can see that this is looking at Python 3.8.3. So that means this version has been already installed on your computer system. Now after installation, we have to install some of the important packages of the Python. This language is working on the basis of its packages. There are so many kind of packages in this language. It contains about more than 1 lakh packages. It is a kind of library by which you can take the ready-made commands. So the most important packages are NumPy package, Matplotlib package, and IPython package. So first of all, I am going to install the NumPy package. NumPy package is responsible for all the basic operation of numericals. So the command is python -m pip, that means package in Python, install NumPy. So it will be installed like this, and because on my system it is already installed, therefore it is written that you are using, and it is already installed. Now the second important package is IPython. So by the same command, we will press the upper key and this command will automatically come. So IPython, I am writing IPython because on my system it is already installed, therefore it is written that requirement already satisfied. The third important package is Matplotlib. All the plotting command of Python is in this package, Matplotlib. On this system it is already installed, therefore it is written there requirement already satisfied. So these are the important packages of the Python. Now to go to IPython console, that means integrated development environment, write here IPython 3. When you write this command, then you go to the IDE of the Python. On this point you can start your Python programming. So first of all we will check that it will work like a basic calculator. So 1 plus 2 and the output is 3. Just like we can multiply the two numbers, 3 multiplied by 5 and it is 15. Like this we can divide also, 5 divided by 3, and the result is this one. So all the basic command will be printed by this ID, and print function is also being supported by this print. And suppose I am writing 1 plus 4 and the output is 5, that means 5 is printed. When you use print command, the output is not there because it is printing the things, so output is missing here. Likewise, absolute value will also be used. Absolute value, suppose I am writing here as -6 and absolute of -6 is 6. In the same manner, absolute of 6 is also 6. So absolute value is also. The third important command is round command. So if I write round and round 2.5674 and it there is some mistake. Oh, this language is case sensitive. Okay, So in this command, r is small. So round 2.5674. So round is 3 because the value after decimal is greater than 5. Therefore, the value is rounded to the upper bound, that means 3. The output is 3 here. If you want to round up to 1 or 2 places, accordingly you can write here. Just like I want to round it at 2 places of the decimal. Therefore, I have written here as 2. So here we can see that now it is rounded up to 2 places of the decimal. So in this way you can make your precision that up to what places you can round your decimal number. It is pi 11. So x equal to ln space minus 2 star pi 2 star pi, and it will be divided into 100 parts, and therefore pi, it is pi. So x is declared here. Now I am going to write the plot command. So plot here x and sine of x. So we can see that the sine curve has been plotted here. We can save the curve, and for this there is save button. We can change the right and left position. In the same way we can change its vertical position, and right position will be shifted. In the same way the top position can be shifted. In this way there are so many things we can do here. The third is zooming. Here we can zoom the curve. So in this way we can zoom the curve. So these are the basic command on this curve. In this sine curve, I want to write the x-axis. Here it is not clear that which of the variable is there on the x-axis and which of the variable is there on the y-axis. So I have to label it here. So for this there is label command. So x label. X label command is here, and we write here is r, and inside $x. So on the x direction I am writing as x-axis is dollar command. In the same way y label, on the y label we write here as r sine of x dollar it is r. So we can see that there is x and sin x now. x on the x direction, and on the y direction the sin x is there. Now in the plot command, if you want to draw the curve by red line, suppose I want to change the color of the line. So there are different color code for each of the colors. Just like for red line it is red, it is R. For white line it is W. For magenta it is M. So suppose I am writing it by red color. So we write it as R. So you can see that the curve is by the red color. And suppose I want to increase the width of the line. So line width will be added. So for this there is command line width. Line width equal to suppose 5. So now line width has been increased. Now the width of the line is 5 pixels. So these are the basic command for the plotting purpose. Now there is one more command, annotate command. Annotate command, I want to annotate the basic point on the curve. So for this I want to write it as maxima. Suppose local maxima. Local maxima, here xy command is there. Suppose at this position -5, 1 is the maxima, suppose. So -5 and 1 is the maxima. So I have annotated this, and at the maxima point there is annotation local maxima at this point. So in this way we can annotate different positions on the curve. Now we can also draw multiple plot inside a figure, multiple plots. So for this there is a concept of subplot. So for subplot, suppose I am drawing two plots, one for the sin x and one for the cos x. In the single figure I want to draw two plots. So for this first of all, in the same way I have to declare the range. So for this len space command is there. Suppose I am starting from 0, the maximum point is 50, and I have divided into 100 parts. So I have to give range of x. Now I am writing plot x and cos x in the same manner, and the cos curve is there. But at this point, now again I am going to declare the y command, y equal to len space in the same manner y, and suppose it is sin y. First of all, we have to declare it 0. Suppose it is 5 and I have to divide it into 100 parts. So in this way y will be declared. Now you can plot the curve. You can plot y and sine of y. So in this way sine curve is plotted within the same curve. Sine curve has been plotted within the same curve. Now I am going to plot subplot. So subplot, first of all I have to declare subplot 2 1 1. Here the first of 2 is representing the row. That means I have divided the area into 2 parts, vertical, one upper and one lower, and one is representing the column. That means single column is there, and one is representing the number of figure where we are working now. So subplot 211 is representing the upper portion of the curve. Upper portion of the curve. So subplot, I have divided the plot into like this. See here, like this. Okay. Now I am going to plot the cos curve. Plot x cos of x. So the cos curve has been plotted into this, and now I am going to plot the sine curve into the lower part. So subplot, and here we have to return that the plot has been divided into 2 parts, one column, and I have to work into second part of the plot. So for this I am going to plot the sine curve y sine of y and play. It is plot command. It is plot command. So I can see that in this way, in the first part the cos curve has been plotted, and in the second part the sine curve has been plotted. So in this way we can see that how in a single figure we can plot more than one curves. So these are the basic command I am discussing here. If I want to load a file, here I am having a file as prime.txt in which all the prime numbers are there. So to check the file, I will write pycat present working directory is okay. First of all I have to change my present working directory. Okay, this is directory on which all the file will be saved. So here my all the file will be accessing and saved in this directory. So first of all I will change cd c here you can directly, because my files are in this directory and therefore I am going to change the directory as this one. So here C user Asus. Okay, Now my present working directory is C user ASUS. Okay. Now my prime file is in this directory. Now I will access that file. So pycat. Again this kind of problem is there. C user ASUS. Okay, I have to write the name of file also. I have primes is there. Okay, I want to open this file. This file contains all the prime numbers. So pycat prime.txt primes. The spelling is primes. Primes.txt. Okay, so I can access this file. This file contains all the prime numbers. Now I want to load this file and work upon this. So for this I am declaring a variable prime, and in this variable I am loading the file. For this there is command load txt, because the file type is txt, therefore I am writing here is load txt, and name of the file, that means primes.txt command, prime.txt command, and this will be written inside the double quote or the single quote, both will work here. So this file has been loaded into variable prime. Now I want to print the file whether this file is loaded or not. So for this I am writing the name of that variable where the file has been loaded and enter. So we can see that the content of file is there, that means file is successfully loaded. I am also having another file and the name of file is pendulum.txt. So to check the file, pycat pendulum.txt, and I can see that this is the main content of the file. This is main content, it is long file. In the same way, pend, I am writing the variable as pend, and in this variable I am loading. So I am using the same command load txt, and inside this command I will write the name, that means pendulum.txt, and we can load the file. Now I want to see the file. Print pendulum.txt pend. Here the variable is pend, therefore I am writing here as print pend, not the pendulum.txt. Print pend, and here we can see that all the content, because this file is divided into two columns. Now I want to store the table into two different variables. I want that in one variable one column is stored and in other variable another column will be stored. So for this we can take two different variables. Suppose I want to load the first column into L variable and the second column into the T variable. So for this L and T will be taken and I will be using the same command load txt and name pendulum.txt. What is problem here? Load txt. Okay. Here one more thing, because I want to split a single file, therefore I should use another command, unpack equal to true. That means I want to unpack the file, and after unpacking I want to load the content of file into two different variables, one part in L and one part is T. So here, if you want to see the content of L, then we can say that the L part, that means first column part, is stored into L. Likewise in T, the second part is stored here. You can see that all the values of the second part starting from 0.69004, starting point 0.69004. That means the content of the file is divided into two parts, one part in L and another part in T. So in this way we can load the different parts. Now I am going to discuss the plot command. There are so many kind of plot which can be used in the analysis purpose, like scatter plot, bar plot, and one is pie chart. So I am going to discuss one by one. So first of all, we are going to discuss the scatter plot. So for this I am already having a file name as company A data in my C user and ASUS folder. The file is company A data. It is txt file and it is like this. There are two columns. The first column represent year and the second column represent the profit. Now we are going to discuss it. So first of all, we have to load the file just we have discussed before. So for this we have to divide the data into two parts, year and profit, equal to load txt. The name of file is company A data. What is its actual name? C is small. Company A data.txt, and we have to unpack it. Unpack equal to true. So the data will be copied into year and profit folder. Let us check it. Year 2000, 2001, these are the years, and profit, these are the profit corresponding. Okay. What is length of year? The size is 11. In the same way, there is length function by which we can get the number of element in a data. Profit 11. In both of the fields there are 11 data in each. Now we are going to draw a scatter plot. So for this there is a scatter function in Python language, and year and profit, year and profit. So first of all, we have to clear it. We have to clear it. Now we again run this command, and now we have got the scatter plot. Here on the x direction there are years, on the y direction there are the profits. Now I want to change the color. So for this the command is color equal to, for red color it is R, for white color it is W. In the same way we can change the color. So let us change it to red color. So we can see that now the points are in red color. There is one more thing, marker. There is marker, and it will be in shape of a diamond. Marker will be in the shape of diamond. So now the scatter plot will be in the diamond shape. Diamond and circle mix. So in this way we can do all the things, and the plot is pie chart. So for the pie chart, let us do the things in the same file, that means company A data file, and we are going to draw a pie chart in the same file. So the format of the pie chart is pie. At the first place we have to write value, and at the second point we have to write the levels equal to levels. This is the format of the pie chart. So in the same data set we are going to draw it. So first of all, profit is this one, and year is this one. So let us draw pie chart, and profit will be first, and the profit will be calculated year wise. So in the field of levels it will be year, so second data will be year. In this way we can draw a pie chart. So you can see that this is a pie chart has been drawn. On this part there are levels, year are there, and it is being divided by the profit. So each section has been divided by different colors, and the colors has been taken by default. If we want to change these colors, then we have to give it separately. So how many data sets are there? There are 11 data sets, because length of year equal to 11. So if we want to give my own color, then we have to give it separately. For example, colors equal to, suppose at first plate I want to give white color, second place I want to give red color, third place I want to give black color. For black color we write K. Next I want magenta, yellow, blue, green, cyan, yellow, magenta, blue, so how many? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So I have decided, so I have given my own color. The first color is white. So we can see the positional argument. Okay, it will be within bracket. The colors will be within bracket, not like this. Now we can see that my colors are there. We have started from white color, so by default this axis is 0 axis, and the positive direction is the anti-clockwise direction, and therefore the colors are separated in anti-clockwise direction starting from 0 axis. If we want to start from 90-degree axis, then we have to give another command, start if I want to start from 90 degree, start angle, start angle equal to 90, then colors will be started from 90 degree in the anti-clockwise direction. Now suppose I want to show this part of data separately. So for this there is explode function. So we will use explode function. Explode equal to on what number this was placed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th position. So at 9th position we have to make some changes, and for all these positions we write 0, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and at 9th position I will explode. That means I want to show the data by using the explode function. 9, 10, 11. So let us see what happens. So see here, the data has been exploded, and sometime we need some of the data to show separately for some special attention. Now the next command is clf to clean. Clf will be used to clean the table. Now I am going to draw the bar chart on the same data set. Profit was this and year was this. So bar chart. So bar chart will be drawn, year and profit. So this is bar chart. If we use bar H, then the chart will be drawn in the horizontal direction. If we write here H command, then the chart will be drawn horizontally. What happens? Okay, so bar chart is plotted here in the horizontal direction. So there are different kind of bar chart, and suppose I want to draw the bar chart unfilled. So filled will remain false. Filled will remain false. So let us see what happens. Now you can see that the bar filled is remain unfilled. Now I want to fill it by slanting line. So we add here hatch command. Hatch command will do this job. So hatch equal to slanting line. Okay, so it will be filled by slanting line. Now again, suppose I want to write some legend function, because sometime we have to write what the y-axis and x-axis represent. So legend function is used for this purpose. So suppose year and profit, year and profit fields are there, and it will be written inside this one. So legend command will be written here, year and profit here. In the same way, here sometime the name field is very long here on the x-axis, so we want that it is written vertically so that it can be easily accommodated. So for this there is xtick command. Xtick rotation equal to vertical, rotation equal to vertical. So here we can see that it is rotated vertically. In this case its size is very small, but in some cases the size is very long. Suppose the name of something, so in that case these fields will overlap to each other. In that case this command is very useful. Now the next we are going to discuss the data structure. So one more thing is that all these commands can also be run in another IDE. This is IPython IDE. In the same way there is another IDE, Anaconda. So we can install Anaconda just like we have installed this. We can install Google right here, Anaconda. It is very useful platform, anaconda.com. And on this is right. Install Anaconda. And here download option is there, and by clicking on this option we can install Anaconda. On my system Anaconda is already installed, and after installation it will look like this, Anaconda Navigator. is very useful idea, and the programming is very easy on this. We can do R programming also, and Spider, Python notebook. These are very important IDE which is directly available on the Anaconda. One more thing is that all the useful libraries of Python are already installed in this navigator, just like NumPy. In the previous case, we have installed separately, but on the Anaconda navigator, all the important things are already installed. So CMD prompt, Jupyter Lab, Jupyter Notebook, PowerShell prompt, Qt Console, Spider, Orange 3, RStudio. So all the programming environment are already available here. So Jupyter Notebook is the best one. So all the things will be done on Jupyter Notebook also. After opening, it will look like this: localhost 8880. That means it is indicating the local computer in the tree format, and all the important directory of your computer is shown here. If you want to start, then you have to go to new. By clicking on the new, you have to click on the Python 3. On the Python 3. And here import NumPy, import matplotlib.pyplot. So two important library files I have imported. If you want to run the command, there are two options. First one, you have to click here, and second one, you have to click the keys Shift and Enter together. So at every line you have to run the code. You can run the code very easily by clicking the key Shift and Enter. And if there is some error, then in the output you can get at that place. Suppose I am writing the wrong code. So when I run it, I will get an error like this: no module name numpy. So in this way we can get the output at the same place. So it is very easy to handle. So this is the better thing of this idea, and all the command can be used here. So I am going to discuss the data structure. Data structure of Python. So first of all, I want to discuss list, because list is the most important data structure. So list are the collection of objects of different types. It is mutable, and the element of the list are represented in the square bracket. So suppose I am going to declare my list as Suppose I am writing here, my name is Manish. Second Manish, suppose another word, teacher. The string will be written into code. Remember it, string should be written into code, otherwise it will give error. Suppose I am writing some number like 43 and another some kind of floating number 12.5. So in my list I have written these 4 elements. So equality sign should be there. So before that I have to write equality. So I have declared a list of different kind of data type, Manish, teacher, 43, 12.5, and stored into a variable mylist. Now I want to know what is type of mylist. So type my list. Sorry. So you can see that output is list. That means it is declared as list. Suppose the same thing I am written in the small bracket. Same thing I am writing in the small bracket. And store in a variable, suppose t. Let us see what happens. It is also stored, and type t variable, is tuple here. So in this way list will be represented into big bracket and tuple will be represented into small bracket. In the same way set can be represented into curly bracket. Suppose I am writing the same element, in a variable s, but the bracket is curly. What is type? Let us see. Type of s. So it is set. So here we have seen that if the elements will contain in the square bracket, it will be list. If the elements are contained into curly bracket, it will be set. And if the element will be contained into a small bracket, it will be tuple. So these are the 3 main things which we have to remember. So let us work in list first. So my list is the list. And these are the element of the list. Suppose I am writing another list, number list, in which we are having only numbers. Num list. 1, 2 are the numbers, and these are the number list. Empty list. My empty list. We are not writing any element. So that means empty list concept is also satisfied by list. Number list concepts are also satisfied by list. So in this way, these concepts are being satisfied here. Now the element of list can be represented in a very special manner. Suppose in my list, my list are this one. Suppose I want to see the name Manish. So 0 is the number for this. So Manish. So the element of the list will be represented by 0 pointer, 1 pointer, 2 pointer and 3 pointer. So if we write my list 0, the Manish will be in the output. For my list 1, teacher will be output. For my list 2, 43 will be output. And for my list 3, 12.5 will be in the output list. In the same way, my list support from the backward direction also. If you write -1, then 12.5 will be in the output, -2, 43, -3, teacher and -4, Manish. So let us check it. My list 1. So we can see that in this case the second element, that means teacher. My list 2, the third element 43. In the same way, if we want to point it from the backward direction, then we can write it my list -1. So we can see that from the backward direction the first element will be written here. In the same way, my list -2. So the second element from the backward direction is written here. So in this way, the every element of the list can be represented. My list also support the double list concept. Suppose suppose at the second position, that means my list 1, I want to change it. My list at position 1, I want to change it to another list. Name is CSE IU associate. Okay, because these are string, and I already explained that string must be written into quotes, either single quote or double quote, what you like. So here at position 1, these elements are changed. Let us check it. My list. Now see it, in place of teacher, the elements are changed. CSE, IU and associate are there. In list only we can change the element. In the case of tuple or string, this will not happen. String and tuple does not support the change. Now this is a list of kind double list. In the inner list, if we want to indicate an item, suppose I want to indicate IU, So for this we have to write my list in the outer list, that means in the main list it is the element of indicator 1, and inside indicator 1 the IU is again indicator 1, because from the left hand side the indicator start from 0 and from right hand side indicator start from -1. In this way the IU is at position 1, CSE at position 0, IU at position 1. So let us see whether the output is IU or not. So here you can see that IU is there. In this way we can indicate any of the item. Now there is another term, append. We can add any element from the back side using the append command. So suppose I want to add some more element in the list, my list, by using append command. Suppose the element is banana. Suppose the element is banana. Now let us see whether banana is inserted in my original list or not. So my list, so we have seen that the banana is inserted from the back side. So in this way we can append any element in the list, any element in the list. In the same way, if we want to remove any element, so there are two methods. One method is del method and another method is remove method. In the case of del method, we only have to write the position of the element, and in the case of remove method we have to write the name of the element. So this is the basic difference between the two methods. First I am going to use del method. In del method we have to use the position of the element. So my list, suppose I want to delete 12.5 from the list. So 12.5 position is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So I have to write it as 3. My list 3 element should be this problem. Oh, in my list M is small and L is capital. So there is very important to take care of spelling, because it is very case sensitive. Python is very case sensitive. Let us see what happens. My list, here again spelling mistake, my list. So we have seen that the 12.5 has been deleted from the list. Likewise, if you want to delete from the second list, suppose I want to delete associate from the list, then in the outer list it is at position 1, and in the inner list it is at position 0, 1, 2. So we have to write my list 1 and 2. In this way associate can be deleted. So I am going to delete associate from my list, and by remove function we can do this job. My list, because associate is within my list 1, therefore here we have to write my list 1 dot remove and as I earlier said, we have to write name. In the case of remove, we have to write name, and in case of del, we have to write the pointer number. So remove associate. Let us see my list. Sorry. My list. So we can see that in my list, associate is removed. Now let us do some operation on strings also. So as I earlier said, string will be written inside the code. String is written inside the code. So I am going to start string. A string will be written inside code. Suppose I am writing a simple string A is hello, comma, word. So this is my string. In this string, I am writing another string access hello, and string y, and string y equal to word. Now we can add x and y. String supports the plus operation. So let us take another parameter z, and z equal to x plus comma, because here a comma is also there, so we write here as comma, because comma is a string, therefore we have written in the code, plus y. Let us see what happens. So we can see that this command has successfully executed, and the output is hello world. So it is proved that the string can be added. Now let us see what happens if we multiply a string. Here we have seen if we added the string are concatenated. Let us see what happens when we multiply. Here x is hello. Let us see if we multiply x by 5, x multiplied by 5. So we have seen that the hello is written 5 times. Hello is written 5 times. So this is very useful operation. If we want to write a single term so many times, then this command can be used. Sometime in our text we have to write this dash sign so many times. So in that case we can simply multiply the dash, and in this way we can get these dotted lines. So this is very useful command, as we can see. Just like in the case of list, in the case of string also, we can identify the different alphabets of the string by its pointer. A is our initial string, and if I write A0, we have seen that the first letter is reverted. So first letter was H. In case of string also, when we have written the address, then the first object of the list was reverted back. In the case of string also, when we have given address 0, the first letter is reverted back. Let us see what happens if we write the negative, because in the case of list the negative addressing was also supported. So A minus 1. So here we have seen that in case of string also the negative addressing also supported, and D, which is the last word of string A, is in the output line. So string also supports all of these kinds. Suppose in the case of tuple, what happens whether this addressing is supported in case of tuple also or not. So let us define a tuple. So let us define a tuple, and I am writing the same thing. In my tuple also, but in the small bracket. So let my tuple is this one. So in the tuple parameter, Manish teacher 43 12.5 are there. So let us see whether the tuple also supports the same thing or not. So tuple 0. So we have seen that in the case of tuple, the addressing also supports, just like in the case of a string and in the case of list. Let us see what happened in the case of negative addressing. Tuple minus 1. So negative addressing also been supported by tuple also. Now we are going to discuss the split and join operation in the case of string, because in the string we need so many times this kind of operation. So I am going to discuss split and join operations. So let us say a simple string s equal to within the quote and underscore, within the quote underscore. It is my simple string. Let us take another string. Suppose I am taking sequence equal to, because it is a string, A, B, C. Suppose this is my sequence. Print S. S is the joiner. Sequence. So we have seen that here by using S, all the objects, all the elements of sequence has been joined here, A underscore B underscore C. Likewise, we can split also. So let us take an example. Suppose structure is a string, line 1, A, B, C, D, E, F, new line, line 2, A, B, C, line 3, source, B. So what happened? Oh, I forgot quote. So this is my string. Now I have to split it into parts. Actually this string is having 3 parts, and it is been divided by new line character. So print name of the parameter and split. So by default it will be split, and we can see that it is been split into 3 parts like this. Suppose I am taking another example of taking a file. In my present working directory, there is a file pendulum. PyCat command is not working here. Let us see whether that file is there or not. Pendulum.txt. I am working on this. So let us open this file. Open. Pendulum.txt file, and store this into a parameter f. Now I store this into now my aim is to split the details of this file line by line. So for this, I write and split line command. Split line command. Split lines. And we have seen that the data of this file is split into line by line. We can see that all the data are being separated by comma. So it is split into lines. Now it is very necessary that after opening a file we have to close it. So we have to close the file if we have opened it. Now I will do the thing by using the loop for line in F. This is for loop, and the for loop is also used in Python like this. Print line, because we have taken a variable line in the file F. So let us see what happens. Oh, I have closed the file and therefore this happens. So we again have to open the file. So we again have to open the file. So F equal to open pendulum.txt. So we have opened the file, and therefore so all the data are being printed line by line. We can see that the data are printed line by line. I am taking another variable, line list equal to empty. Line list now all the data which we have got line by line, I want to pass the data into this variable. Therefore we have initialized the variable with empty. Again, for line in open pendulum.txt, because it is for loop, we have to apply column. Line list append function, we have to apply append function for each of the line, and this append function will insert every line to line list variable. So line which we get from this for loop. So in this way all the line will be appended into this, and line list. Let us see what happens. So here we see that in the line list all the details of this is also inserted, but this time there is one more thing, new line character is also inserted here. So by using this loop we can do the things same. Now I am going to discuss how to split the data. So let us take a string. Let us take string 1 equal to welcome to Python class. This is my string 1, and I want to split the string. str1 dot split. So we can see that all the element of this string is split into its constituents. There is one more thing, strip. Sometimes the gap between quote and the first letter is too much, and we have to avoid it. So by this we can use the strip function. We can use the strip function. Suppose in the case of string also, in the case of string we the gap, and let us str1 dot strip. We are applying the strip function. So here we can see that the gap between first letter and the last letter is not here. So in this way we have unstripped the unnecessary gap, unnecessary space has been unstripped here. So these are the things we can apply here. Now now I am going to discuss some primitive data structure, some basic data structure. In the case of Python, the basic data structure are int, float, boolean and complex. These four primitive data structure are supported in the case of Python. Let us see. Suppose I am declaring integer number, suppose 12. So a is a variable and I have passed 12. So let us see type a. So we can see that type of a is integer. In the same way I can declare the floating 23.23. Type b. Type b is float here. Suppose I am declaring a c equal to suppose it is 12 plus 23 j. J stand for imaginary number. So because it run, therefore it is clear that it is the complex number is supported by the Python language. So what is type? Type of C. The type of C is complex here. If we want to divide both real and imaginary part, so we can also do in this language. For that we have to write c dot real. So C dot real is 12. Here 12 is the real part of this complex number. Likewise, C dot imaginary image. So 23 is the imaginary part of this complex number. Absolute value can also be calculated. C. So the absolute value, as we know, under root of 12 square plus 23 square, and it is been also calculated here directly. Now another data structure or data type is Boolean. Suppose I am writing a Boolean t equal to true. T equal to true. And suppose I am declaring another Boolean data type not true, which is not t. So these two are the Boolean parameters t and f. Let us see f or t. What happens? It is true because t is true, f is not true, therefore t or f will always be true. Let us see f and t. As we expected, it is always false. So in this way we can see that Boolean is also supported here. Now let us discuss now one more data structure is array, which is non-primitive in nature. Because it works in number, therefore we need NumPy library for this. So I import NumPy as NP. All the numerical operations are needed to import this library. Suppose I am declaring an array A1 and np dot array suppose 1 2 3 4 are the elements of this array. In this way we can see that array is declared. In the same way we can declare the array of 2 dimension, the np dot array and suppose the second row is 5 6 7 8. So A2 is the array of 2 dimension here. Array can be constructed by arrange method also. So by using arrange method, suppose I'm taking variable AR where by using NP method, arrange method 1 to 9. Here 1 is the first element of the array and 9 is not the last element of the array. It is the element which comes one letter after the last element. So if 8 is the last element, we should write here as 9. So let us see what is the output of array. So we can see that all the elements from 1 to 8 are contained inside this array, and if we want to reshape it, then we should use reshape command. Reshape 2 by 4, so 2 row and 4 column. In this way we can reshape this command, but the original array will as it is. There is no change in the original array. If we want a permanent change in the original array, then we have to use the save function. So if we use save function, then the change will be permanent. So there is some mistake. Here, because we are shaping, therefore we should use this. Now the shape of AR will be changed, and it is 2 by 4. Now let us solve a question in which we verify that whether a certain operation is valid or not. So let us write an array x equal to np dot array, and here we have written single bracket 1 2 3 4 comma 5 6 7 8, and we can see that it is not valid because in the array should be inside the big bracket, and there is one big bracket, but the whole content is within the small bracket. So the whole content must be within the big bracket, and after that this error gone off. There is the concept of identity matrix also. We can write the identity matrix directly. What size you need? Suppose I need identity matrix of size 3, so here we can see that identity matrix of size 3 are in the output. Zero matrix can also be written, so np 0. What should be the size? Suppose the size is 4 and 5. Is there any mistake? There is a spelling mistake, and it should be zeros. So we can see that in this way all the zeros are in this. So these are the some of we can multiply. Our A1 matrix was this, A1 array was this, sorry, this is not matrix, this is array. The A1 array is this one, and what happen if we multiply it by 2? So we can see that all the element get multiplied by 2 element wise. So that means we can multiply the array. Same way, let us see what happens if we add, if add operation are applied. So we can see that in the case of add operation, all the elements are being added by the element which is given for addition. So addition operation, multiplication operation is supported by the array in this case. Let us see how we can add two arrays. So the array A1 was this, and array A2 was this, and because their dimension are different, they cannot be added. So I am taking another array A3, and suppose the array is 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let us add these two arrays, and the result is stored into array 4, is stored into array 4 A1 plus A3, and suppose, so we can see that A1 and A3 are added. So 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 2 8. In this way addition operation is performing this one. We can also multiply these two arrays, A1 multiplied by A3. So multiplication operation also supported by this, but multiplication is element wise. Now there are two important things, slicing and striding. So let us see what is concept of slicing and striding. Slicing and striding concept. So let us take an array A equal to array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I forgot to apply NP. So A is this way, and suppose I am taking C as another array. So C equal to NP dot. Now I am using arrange method. Arrange. I want to create an array of 5 cross 5 from 1 to 25. So for this, the first element will be 1 and the last element will be 26, because from 1 to 25 element will be arranged. And now reshape as 5 by 5. So 5 row and 5 column. So let us see. So in this way, this array has been created, and I also created. Now I am going to slice. So in case of array A2, so the second element as in the case of list is 3, because this is 0, 1, 2. This is to A2 element, and therefore its value is 3. Suppose I want to slice from 2 to 3. I want to slice 2 to 3. In the case of 2 to 3, the output was 3 because the last element will be after the last element of the output. Just like here, the array was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second element is 2, and if we write 4, that means it will give output before that pointer. That means the pointer 2 and pointer 3 will be in the output, and therefore 3 and 4 is the output. Here I'm sorry, because the output will be just after from the first element. So if I have written 2, this is 0, 1 and 2, 3 and 4. So 5 will be after this one. Therefore 3, 4 and 5, because it is second element, it is third element, it is fourth element. Therefore in case of 2 to 5, the output is this one. Likewise, if we want to slice in this big array, suppose I want to get output 7, 8 and 9. So for this we have to write C, and in case of row, first of all we have to choose in which row. So it is 0th row, it is first row. So it is matter of the first row. So here we write as first. Now the column, this is 0th column, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3, and we should write as 4. So from 1 to 4. So 1 to 4. Let us see the output 7, 8, 9. So in this way we can do slicing in this case. Now we can also do striding. In the case of striding, we write one more parameter just after the slicing parameter. That means the array will be in the output, but the striding number will be written after that. Suppose in this case I am writing the striding parameter as 2. Here I have to write yes, 7 and 9. So 7 and 9 are in the output. Before the output was 7, 8 and 9, and now the difference is 2, and therefore 7 and 9 are in the output. 8 was avoided in this case. We can also apply this rule in case of image also. So the next thing is image manipulation using an array. So I'm taking an image as Hari. So Hari is a JPG file. So because I'm going to plot something, and therefore I need matplotlib library file. So import matplotlib pyplot as plt. I imported this file. If we need some kind of plotting, then we have to import this library file. This file is responsible for all kind of plotting. Suppose I am taking variable image, and in this variable I am importing my Hari file. PLT is the extension of matplotlib, and for this imread command will be used, and quote Hari dot jpg. So let us show the image plt.im. So img is the variable where the image. So we have seen the output of this file. Output of this. Suppose I want to convert the image into array format. So for this we write as img function. For using img function, this will be converted into array. This will be converted into array. Suppose save img.save. So the save is 395, 279 and 3. Now I'm going to use the strip function in this case, stride function in this case. So for this we write here img. Suppose till 150. Let us see the image. Let us look for the save. So these are the basic operations we can perform. All these things can also be done in another IDE integrated development environment, and it is already inbuilt within our Google Drive. Let us check it. So drive.google.com. In your Google Drive, you will go to New, then More, and here in my case Google Collaboratory is already installed. In your case, if this is not installed, you have to go to Connect More application, and when you click on this item, then you will get here option to install Google Collaboratory, and the sign off of Google Collaboratory is like this. You click on that icon and it will be installed within few seconds like this, and in this you will get the Google Collaboratory option like this. In my case it is installed, therefore it is marked as installed. So if it is not installed, then in that case you can install by clicking there. Once it is installed, you go to New, More, and Google Collaboratory, and it will be open same, just this one was opened, this one was opened, that means Jupyter Notebook. It is very similar to Jupyter Notebook. Yes, see here, and because my net connection is slow this time, and therefore it is taking some time. So, and all the operation can be performed here also, just like import numpy as np, and in the same manner in this case it will run by pressing the shift and enter key. You can run all the commands here also. So if you do not want to install, then you can directly go here and do your all the programming of Python. So it is very easy to work over here, and all the work will be stored in your Google Drive by default. Just see here, my work which I have done in Google Collaboratory is installed here. So this is the end of my first part. In this part we have discussed the primitive, that means basic data type, integer, float, string and boolean. In the second part I have discussed the non-primitive data type, list, tuple, dictionary, array and set. Dictionary was not discussed, so let us discuss dictionary. So here the next is dictionary. So what is dictionary? Dictionary is an unordered collection of items. It is an unordered collection of items which has key value pairs. So all the items within a dictionary will be into a pair of key and value. So the key will be the key which will indicate the value of that key. I am giving an example. Suppose I am taking a dictionary my info. Dictionary will be represented within the curly bracket as I initially explained. Suppose in the name field it is the key and name is Manish. Another age equal to 43. Gender is male. Job equal to teaching. So my info is a parameter in which I am going to store all these things. So there is syntax error, invalid syntax. What is problem here? Oh, I should have written here colon, not equal to. So it is habit sometime that we write equality sign everywhere. It will be written into now. I'm typing my info. So here we can see that my dictionary has been created. Name Manish, age 43, gender male, job teaching. So in this way my dictionary has been created. Now suppose I want to access the elements of the dictionary. So for this I will write my info name. So my info name is Manish. Likewise I can type my info is. So inside the big bracket I'm writing the key and we get the value of my dictionary. I'm writing the key and get the value. In the case of gender also, when we write gender then we get male. So in this way we can operate on the dictionary. Now the last data structure, non-primitive data structure is set. So very soon I am going to discuss the set also. So set will be represented in the smaller bracket as I already explained. So A equal to set it will be represented into curly bracket. So 1 2 3 4 4 5 A equal to, sorry, this should be A equal to let us see the top type of A. So it is a set. So all the operation of the set will be performed here, like union, intersection, difference. So all the operation can be performed on this set. Suppose I'm taking another set as B. So B equal to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is another set, and I want to perform union operation on this set. So for this I will write A union B. So we can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like in the case of set operation, the overlapping will not be repeated in the case of set. Likewise, we can also calculate the intersection operation. So intersection B. So there are two common elements in both of the set, and the output is 4 and 5. So there is another way of calculating union and intersection, and this is the symbol A. So by using this symbol, the vertical line, you can also calculate the A union B. Likewise, A ampersand A ampersand B will calculate the intersection operation. For the difference A minus B and A difference operation, that means the element which is in the set A but not in the set B. So 1, 2, 3 is there. So in this way we can perform the operation on the set. So this is all about the data structure in C, and now the first part of my lecture is completed now, and now I will take a break of 10 minutes. After that we will continue for the second part of my lecture. Thank you.